Hey guys, it's me again. I'm just going to talk about a few things that have made my nursing school career a little bit of a struggle. I was diagnosed in ninth grade with a learning disability after struggling through elementary school and first year of middle school. I finally got tested and was diagnosed with sensory processing deficiency, which is a form of dyslexia. So I really struggle with reading things and understanding them. So I have a lot of adaptations. I get audio textbooks through my college the BC government, because that's where I live. They pay for all of that, and then I also get a person to help me do my tests, and I do separate settings. So I go into a different room and somebody reads my test to me and I answer the questions. And that has made my life a lot easier. But before I got diagnosed, I really struggled with tests and I wasn't really passing. So I did A&P 3 times. The first time I didn't really have my adaptations. I had them for the tests, but my quizzes and everything else, I really didn't have an audio textbook. I didn't have the tools I needed. Then in my second round of A&P, I was in the school that I'm going to now, and they gave me my adaptations, but there was a screw up with my adaptations. Unfortunately, the lady who takes care of that kind of stuff had a family emergency and had to go on a basically a medical leave. So she took her leave and then she didn't come back until just before I did my third A&P round. The first the lady who took over for her, nobody really told me what her name was. Basically, in our school-wide orientation day, we found out that the person who takes care of the stuff is on leave, and this is who you need to talk to. I was never really told an email, a phone number, and with the way my school schedule was and her schedule, they really didn't meet up. So I really struggled with that. And my learning disability, I don't find it causes issues in my workplace. It only causes me issues in the classroom. And once I got all my adaptations, I did really well. And people always ask me, your learning disability doesn't affect you at work? And I'm like, no, I can read charts. Sometimes I can read charts better than some of the other nurses because I can understand that messy writing because I did that for years. That's how my writing was. And people, it drives me nuts. And don't get me wrong, when people spread rumors about me and talk to my friends about me and ask questions, it's like, if you have a question, come and ask me myself, because I will tell you what affects me and what doesn't. And the girl who did it had asked me, but she went to my friend and said maybe she shouldn't be a nurse because her learning disability. And there are lots of nurses out there that have learning disabilities. One of my instructors from my carry program is actually dyslexic. And she's like, don't let it stop you. Just because one person says that, oh, you have a learning disability, you don't deserve to be a nurse. There are tons of nurses and doctors out there who have dyslexia and different learning disabilities, and you would never know because they know how to work around it and use the tools they have around them. I also have a bunch of medical conditions, and don't get me wrong, my scoliosis does affect me at work, and my irritable bowel syndrome does affect me at work, but usually it does, the only time it affects me is if I'm in a high stress situation or if I've moved the wrong way, moved a resident the wrong way. But as long as you use body mechanics and the proper tools, you should never feel a twinge in your back or that kind of stuff. And I always thought my medical conditions would bug me, But the only medical condition that bugs me is my non-diabetic hypoglycemia. So as long as I eat and I keep my blood sugars up, I don't have to worry about that. And that's basically all I have to say. I will see you next week.